Hey everybody, and welcome to Update this week of September 27th, 2018. We're in the farmhouse right now, and it was a big week here at the farmhouse because we got our farmhouse kitchen island in. Now, I don't know if you all recall, but we have definitely done a lot of work to this farmhouse, and here's a shot of what it originally used to look like. So there was always an island there, but this was the old kitchen when there was a doorway there next to the stove, and the stove was pushed all the way over, and then that was kind of our main entrance. So we did a lot of work with that. And, well, we had to put another island back, and the big reasoning behind that was because there is a hot water radiant heating system that goes there, and it's a little L system, and so they had a knee wall, and we couldn't take down that knee wall. So we were in need of a little extra countertop space here in the kitchen, and we decided that we were going to build a piece to go in here. And now this piece is actually put together with northern white fir, and so that's all glued, glammed, and biscuited together with a waterproof glue. And then now we did a little something different on this. Normally we'd do a stain treatment, but Liz found this chemical weathering. And so this is actually a chemical weathering product, and it's from our friends over at Varthane. And instead of it being a stain or a paint, it actually uses a chemical to age the wood. And that's why we see all of these different, really great character in the wood, having it come out. And then once all that was said and done, we used another Varthane product. It was a triple ply. And that was a matte finish. She was really specific on doing a matte finish on a countertop, and that seals it all up nice and tight. And so this piece really had to go in here, and it was very tight to get in here because we had that little jog in the wall, and the walls were different levels. Well, the only way to go about doing this was actually to make a template. So the way that I make templates is I use Luan strips or any type of 1/4 inch and sometimes 3/16 inch plywood that I have, and then I take those and then I just lay them all down, as you can see here in this picture, to create a template. And then that gives me my precise measurements. Because this is such a beautiful board, well, we didn't want to screw up that cut. So then I take that template and then I'll go over and I'll put it on top of the board itself, and then I'll lay it all out, and then that's when I make my cuts. And that's really kind of important to get in a perfect cut like that. And then we just got an open front cabinet right now where there was some talk about whether or not we're going to have those sliding doors, but those are really popular right now, and whenever something's popular, usually the hardware is really expensive. So we might try to figure out our own way to do it, but we don't really mind it right now. I mean, this is just kind of a country kitchen feel, so everything's kind of open and out there, and it's not going to be a mess, and it really helps us keep things clean, that's for sure. The only other thing that we really did on this piece, which I was very excited about, was we really wanted to keep it open and airy, and particularly because we couldn't close anything in. And so we went ahead and created these 3/4 inch steam pipe brackets, and so we used 45-degree angles on that with 3/4 inch steam pipe, as I said, with a couple of 2.5 inch stems and then some T's to really just kind of create a bracket. So now this is nice and solid, and we made sure that each one of these is into a stud. And then that keeps it all open because we couldn't close it in. We've got that heating, and we want to keep the circulation going. And then, of course, we're just playing around with a couple things right now to see if there's anything we're going to like to that. But we don't know if we're going to keep that or not. And then the other thing we did was, well, we got our little island light in here. And so, well, we never throw anything away. When we were up at the main escape a couple years ago, well, we had to put a garage door in. And then they had these great 1-inch thick barn boards on the outside wall that we had to cut, and we didn't get rid of them. We actually held on to them, and so Liz wanted to make this box, and so all we did with this was we just sealed it, and again we used Varthane product, and it was actually a Varthane matte product that we used to put on there. And that's it. All we did was seal it. We had all of the wires run in there with the proper electrical boxes, and I don't know if any of you did see this, but we did have an outlet put up there because we knew we were going to do something in the future. And so now we got these great little pendant lights here, and so that just kind of creates a great little home workstation for Aiden if he wants to, or any kid if they're going to be coming over, and a great landing space here in the kitchen, and all of them match. The other thing that we've been doing is we've joined a group up in the Worcester area called Technicopia, and they're really all about maker spaces and just really kind of optimizing tool sets, and then everybody joining in to kind of build things. And so Liz has been up there and she's been working on their CNC router. They've got a shop bot and she's creating these planners here. And so this is her prototype one here. And we've had this Ivy plant for almost 10 years now. And so it's come everywhere. It's come across the country with us a couple of times and back. And so she just wanted to create a home for it and say, hey, here's where you're going to live, and Ivy loves it. So she created this little, great little hexagonal piece, and these are all modular, and they you can kind of build what you want with them, and then other ones just stick on the wall. And then this is a subterranean watering system, and so it's got a PVC piping that goes all the way down, and this whole thing is lined. It's got a waterproof rubberized seal on the inside, and then a plastic, what amounts to basically a trash bag just to hold in the dirt. But then that subterranean irrigation system that makes sure that none of the roots are going to basically get too wet and then rot from there. So we have definitely been busy here at the farmhouse. We don't have this island here that was a used piece that we brought back from Boca Raton, but the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have a nice big long farmhouse style dining room table here with a couple of benches, and that's going to be an interesting piece. I'm going to continue using that steam pipe because we just really like that look. We've had that in the hall. We're going to have it on the table, and that's really kind of just something that's tying the whole house together in little bits, in little sections. We're not going too crazy with it, but it's something you kind of see in every room. So that's where we're at. A little bit of a long update, but this is a little bit of a long week, even though it was a short week, and I just want to let you know what we're all doing. You can still feel free to go ahead and follow the link in the description if you want to make an appointment, you want to come on a tour of the farmhouse. We're really happy to welcome people, and a couple of y'all have been up here and checking things out, and we're really just proud to kind of inspire and give people ideas with this. So if you've got any questions about anything that we've done here, please ask, and then all I'm asking of you is just to leave a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because that goes a long way and really kind of helping us continue to do what we've been doing here all the time, and that's just finding good, simple, easy design at the right price, because we're not looking to spend a bundle. We're just really looking to have stylish things that fit into our house, and that's what you want for your house. And you don't have to spend big money to have things that look nice, and that's kind of what we're doing here and what we're proving can be done here. So keep checking it out. We'll do an update, and then any other new projects that come up along the way, we'll be sure to take you on board with us. So we'll see you all then.